So first is the physical characteristics about this 3D Pro material. We have 3 different gradients in one material. That is the shade, translucency, and the strength. The strength of material from cervical to incisal part is 1050 megapascal to 750 megapascal. And from cervical to the incisal, the translucency is 43% to 57%. And also the shade from cervical to incisal is from strong to light. And the 3D Pro has no layer gradient. It's kind of natural gradient from the cervical to incisal part. So it's not like 3D. 3D is 6 layer and the 3D Pro has no layer gradient. And also for this material, we have one bleach color called Hollywood White. And on the right side is the material just after sinting and put a layer of glaze. And the picture on the left side is after staining. So with simply stains, we can get the BL1 to BL4, this different bleach color, and also we can have OM1 to OM3. Now is Veta 16 color from A1 to D4 is available, and also these different milling systems. So now we will start the applications. First is the key things is design. So here are some data about design, about the thickness or the cross-section area. So normally, if the crown is too thin, it will not strong enough to support in-patient's mouth. So it's very important to meet the needs of the minimum thickness for both anterior crown and also posterior crown. And the longer the bridge you have, the thicker the thickness you need to design during use. So while the explanation, if you have any questions or if there is anything I don't explain very clearly, you can feel free to leave your message in the chatting area and we will reply one by one. So this part is about design, thickness. And another thing is about the bridge. When we're doing the design for long bridges, it's better leave no embrasure for the lingual side to get a better strength for long bridges. After design is the nesting. This part is quite important because many customers ask us about why after sinting the shade is not even. Some shade on this bridge is good, some shade on this bridge is not good. That is because when we import the data for the nesting software, there is some insert angle. There will be some insert angle, and the software will put your restorations in the block in the way which has no undercut during milling. So normally when you just import your data in the software, you can, it's same situation like the picture in the left. So if we have a bridge like this, after sinting, the shade will not even. So we need to do some adjustment during the nesting to make them in the same level, and we can get a better shade gradient and much more even shade gradient for the bridges. So it's very important here to adjust the restoration in the nesting software to get a better shade gradient. And also for some long bridge like this, full arch bridge or implant bridge, it's better to use 5-axis milling machine because it provides us more space to adjust our angle of the restorations, and you can get better final result. And also here, during doing the nesting, it's better to leave 1 millimeter, 1 millimeter on the top and also on the bottom of the block to get a better shade gradient. Some customers will have some problems like they put a crayon like 11 millimeter into a 12 millimeter 12 thickness block. And after sinting, they will find the color is a little bit light. That is because we're doing some testing for the 12 millimeter block, and we found the shade gradient is a little bit light. So during milling for 12 millimeter 3D Pro, we suggest to put 8 to 10 millimeter height restoration. 不知道说没说明白。And after doing the nesting, we are using 5-axis milling machine and the dry milling. And here we need to pay attention to the arrow direction on the block to get the right side of the restorations of the shade. Yes. And after milling, we will separate the crayon from the block. And we are using these two grinding burns. They are carbide grinding burns. The smaller one we use it to separate it from the block, and the bigger one we use it for remove the connectors on the restorations. And next is a video. And also we can create some surface textures with the small grinding burns. But here is, you need to control your strength very well. If you push too hard on the crown, maybe there will be some hidden cracks. And after sinting, we will find that. So during making the texture on the surface, we need to control our strength and direction very well. And then you can get the result you want. After separation, we need to clean the extra powders with a dry and clean brush. We don't recommend to clean the powder with any liquid or ultrasonic or steam. Just clean the powder with a dry and clean brush. And then it's about the sinting. The maximum temperature for 3D Pro is 1500 degrees. If you want to get the result you want, and if you want to get the real effect of the material, you need to follow the standard sinting program. We must follow the standard program, and then we can get the result we want. Because there are many materials in one dental lab like this. We have the same situation in China. In one dental lab, they have 3 different materials. And if they don't have enough sinting furnace, they will baking them together. And some material will have good result and some material will not have good result. So that is because the sinting temperature or the sinting parameter for different material is different. So if we want to get the best result of the material, we need to follow the standard sinting program of it. So here we have 3 different sinting programs. The first one is for single unit or the bridge below 3 units, and it takes about 7 hours. And the second one is for the bridge from 4 to 6 units, and it takes about 10 hours. And the last one is above 6 unit bridges, and it takes about 15 hours. That means the longer the bridge you have, the longer the sinting type you need. So that is also because that is also the reason many customers have the cracks for the long bridges after sinting, because they are not using the right sinting programs. And I think about 90% of the cracks after sinting for long bridges is because they are not using the right sinting program. So if you have a long bridge, you must follow the last one, 15 hours, and you can get a good result. Here is about sinting. There are 2 key things for the sinting is the long bridge sinting curve must use for sinter to prevent problems such as the deformation or cracks. And the second one is do not sinter 3D Pro together with the restoration, dipped or brushed with coloring liquid. Because in the coloring liquid, they will have some chemical reflections with the material, and it will affect the result to make your crown looks a little bit opaque. So it's better to sinter 3D Pro separately with the crown dipping or painting the coloring liquid. And later, we will answer the questions together. Okay, so after sinting is about grinding. Using fine grinding burns for the margin area and rough polishing is necessary before staining. Next is picture for show. So the first one is we don't recommend to use the rough grinding burns to trim the margin area. That is the reason the customers have cracks on the margin part, because they are using too rough grinding burns. And also we tested, if we are using the fine grinding burns, the margin will be good. And also we can using rough polishing burns to smooth the margin area. And also maybe 95% of the problem of the margin crack or margin chipping is because they are using the wrong grinding burns. If we are using the fine grinding burns, the margin will not chip. So fine grinding burns is for the margin area. And after that, we need to use rough polishing for the material. And here is a video for showing. And the grinding burns with red sign is fine polishing or fine grinding. And the grinding burns with blue sign, that means it's rough grinding or rough polishing. So we recommend to use this one with red sign on the burn to trim the margin area. This is after rough polishing. This is after rough polishing. After rough polishing, we can apply the stains directly, no need to doing the sandblasting. And later during the demonstration, I will show the grinding burns we are using for trim the margin or doing the rough polishing. The last step is about staining. So this is some pictures for doing the staining and final result. So for the BIOMIC, many customers get confused because they have 2D paste or 3D paste, too many things in one kit. So we can see from the picture, all the green part is 2D paste, 2D liquid, and 2D brush. All the orange area is 3D paste, 3D brush, and 3D liquid. And also we have a shade guide. This is the syncing program for the BIOMIC things. And we can see the final temperature is between 720 to 740. And actually, if you want, you can baking it to you can baking it to 750. The higher the temperature you're baking, the much more glossy results you can get. But we don't recommend to baking it more than 800. We don't recommend to baking it more than 800 because it's kind of low temperature paste. If the baking temperature is too high, the shade will be light. And here is about the usage of the colors in the BIOMIC. We separate this crayon into these small pieces. And the first one, on the cervical area, we will apply the shade, like shade ABCD, or we can mix in shade ABCD with terracotta or brown, some darker color to get the high saturation part of this crayon. And then we can use the orange tool in this kit to create the mamelon effect. And then I prefer to create the incisal translucence. And it's very important to apply it on the range, on the incisal range of the restorations. And this part I will using blue 1 directly, or sometimes I prefer to mixing blue 1 and mauve together to apply in this area. And then this part to get more translucence effect. And this part I will use blue 2. Blue 2. Blue 2 is not for some big area because it's too dark. It look like blue mixed with some green, so it's too dark. So it's only for some small area on the incisal edge. So this 3 point, I will apply blue 2. And last, if you want to get really translucent effect, the external translucent effect, you can apply some black in this kit on this black area. You can use these 3 colors direct together or use them separately, like blue 1, blue 2, blue 1, black, or blue 2, black, like this. You can make different combination between these 3 colors. And also the mauve. Mauve is very nice color. You can mixing it with blue 1, or you can mixing it with blue 2, or mixing with black. And after mixing with mauve, the color of this 3 will become much more soft. Will looks not that blue or not that dark on the incisal area. And after using this 3 incisal translucent color, we can apply the halo effect with orange 1. Orange 1 is for the halo effect and apply on the incisal range. Incisal range. And the last is for the lingual side. For the lingual side, we can using some terracotta or brown directly, or you can mix terracotta or brown with the shade of this crown. It will make the color looks much more natural, not that strong. Yes. So for me, I prefer to mixing terracotta and the shade of this crown to make the color change more soft. And that is for the 2D stains. After doing the 2D stains, we can baking in the furnace. And if you want, you can apply another layer of the 3D paste. Here is about, this picture is how I apply the 3D paste. I think it's quite easy and it's very friendly for some technicians who don't know how to using ceramics. Because I don't know how to doing build up. I don't know how to use ceramic powders. So I found this way to using the 3D paste is quite easy and you can get a good result. So first, like this is the crown after 2D stains. And first, I will apply a thin layer of 3D on the surface. And then for some typical part of the restoration, I will make it a little bit, I will use a little bit thicker 3D to make the crowns have a better shape, like the high point of the restoration or the ridge of the restoration, like this. And after that, I will using the 3D-V because 3D-V can make the restoration looks brighter. So I prefer to apply them on the line angle or the area which is high point like this to apply the 3D-V. And it can give us the layered effect. Yes. And after applying like this, I will bake it in the furnace directly. So that is the usage of 3D-N and the 3D-V. And actually, we don't need to using 3D-N and the 3D-V every time. You can choose, depends on yourself. Sometimes we only need some 3D-N to get a transparent layer, or sometimes we need to do some corrections of the anatomy and we need to apply more paste on the surface. And then, yes, that is the explanation for the BIOMIC stains. And after that, let me check if there are any questions and we can talk about them together. Okay. The first one, let me check. If I want to veneer the zirconia normally with ceramic, do you have to pay attention to something about liners? If I want to veneer the zirconia normally with ceramic, do you have to pay attention to something about liners? Liners 结合层吧，这是底下那层好像是。Yes, the liners for us, we recommend to using the liners, especially for zirconia ceramic powders, like Vita VM9 or any ceramic manufacturers. They have their own liners for ceramic and zirconia coatings. You can use the liners, especially for zirconia, directly. May I record the presentation? We already record this presentation, and if you want, you can leave your message in the chatting area, and after this webinar, we will send the video to you directly. And the carpet don't leave black marks on the zirconia. I use diamond and round wet rubber. Yes, the carpet, for the carbide burns we are testing the burns before we using them, and they will not leave dark marks on the black marks on the zirconia. And also this diamond burns we are using will not leave any dark spot on the zirconia surface. Okay, you can try this one. Can I fast sinter, speed sinting? Yes, for the 3D Pro, you can fast sinter for single units and 3-unit bridge. And for the BIOMIC stains, we also have a fast sinting program. Like this, let me share with you. Okay, so this is the program for the BIOMIC stains, and here we have a fast sinting only for glaze. This one. This one is for the fast sinting for paste, and for 3D Pro, you can using the fast sinting furnace. And we have the fast sinter furnace. The sinter time is 2.5 hours. You can sinter 3D Pro directly. And this is the furnace, fast sinter furnace here on my back. The Camille fast sinting furnace. Okay. When we use glaze F, the glaze F is a transparent glaze. Transparent glaze. You can apply it before you apply the stains, the colors like shade A, B, C, D, and you can apply a thin layer of glaze F before applying the 3D paste. Okay. Sorry. For the Arabic, sorry, I cannot understand Arabic. So if you have questions, you can leave some English here, and we can answer your questions. Yes, if we want to glaze a monolithic zirconia, which glaze do you recommend to use? Yes, if you want to only doing the glaze, you can using the glaze F directly. This one, the glaze F. This glaze F. The glaze F is the transparent glaze, and you can use it directly. Hello, topic fast sinting. Is this only possible in Camille furnace, or do you have parameters for other manufacturers? Actually, we're testing the fast sinting program or parameters with this Camille sinting furnace, and with the Camille sinting furnace and the parameter we doing testing, you can get the best result. And we can also providing the fast sinting parameter, but we cannot for sure if you can get the best result or if you can get a good result, because different sinting furnace, they have different heating rate, maximum heating rate, maximum temperature, and the different heating element. So you need to test by yourself, but we can provide the fast sinting parameter to you. The Arabic was not a question. Thank you. So that is all the questions we have here. So if you have any other questions, you can leave your message on the chatting area. And now we will start to doing the demonstration for grinding and staining. And after the demonstration, I will answer the question again.